What if everything you were taught about money is wrong? Maybe you grew up hearing a simple idea. Study hard. Get a good job. Work steadily. Buy a home. Save money. And over time, your life will become more comfortable. For many people, that used to be true. But today, something feels different. People are working longer hours. Many have university degrees. Yet they still worry about rent, bills, and the future. A salary that once supported a family now often feels barely enough for one person. So what happened? Why does it seem like the middle class is shrinking, even in wealthy countries? And why are so many people feeling stuck, despite doing everything they were told to do? Today, I want to explore this question with you. Because understanding what is happening is not just about economics. It is about your daily life, your choices, and the future you are trying to build. The middle class has traditionally been the group of people who could live comfortably without being rich. They could afford a home, take a vacation once in a while, save for retirement, and believe that their children would have an even better life. That belief was powerful. It gave people confidence. It made hard work feel meaningful. But in many places, that confidence is fading. The first reason is simple: the cost of living has risen much faster than incomes. Imagine a young teacher named Sarah. 20 years ago, someone with her job might have been able to buy a small house after a few years of saving. Today, Sarah earns more money than teachers did back then. But housing prices have increased much faster than her salary. The same thing has happened with healthcare, education, childcare, and many everyday expenses. On paper, people may earn more than their parents did. But when prices rise even faster, that extra income does not create a better life. Many people feel like they are running on a treadmill. They are moving constantly, but they are not getting closer to their goals. This creates a strange situation. Someone can have a decent job, work hard every day, and still feel financially insecure. The second reason is the changing nature of work. In the past, many middle-class jobs offered stability. People often stayed with the same company for years. They received benefits, retirement plans, and predictable career growth. Today, the job market looks very different. Think about Michael, a graphic designer. He has talent and experience, but much of his work comes through short-term contracts. Some months are busy. Other months are slow. He has flexibility, but he also has uncertainty. Technology has created many opportunities. At the same time, it has increased competition. A company can now hire workers from almost anywhere in the world. Automation can replace some tasks that once required human employees. This does not mean jobs are disappearing completely. But many stable middle-income jobs are becoming less secure. As a result, people often need multiple income sources just to feel safe. A full-time job may no longer provide the stability that previous generations expected. The third reason is that wealth and income are growing at very different speeds. This point is important. Most people earn money through work. They exchange time for income. Wealthy people often earn a large part of their money from assets. Assets are things like businesses, stocks, or real estate that increase in value over time. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine two friends. Anna works hard and saves part of her salary every month. David also works, but he owns investments that grow year after year. Both are responsible. Both make smart decisions. But if investment values rise much faster than wages, David's wealth can grow far more quickly than Anna's savings. Over time, the gap becomes larger. This is one reason why many people feel they are falling behind even when they are doing everything right. The economy increasingly rewards ownership, not just labor. And for people who are already struggling with high living costs, buying assets can feel impossible. So where does that leave you? It would be easy to become discouraged. Many people do. They look at rising prices, uncertain jobs, and growing inequality and conclude that nothing can be done. But that is not the most useful response. A better response is to adapt to the reality in front of you. One practical thing you can do is focus on building assets, even in small ways. That does not mean you need to become rich overnight. It does not mean taking huge risks. It means asking a different question. Instead of only asking, "How can I earn more money this month?" also ask, "How can I own something that creates value in the future?" For some people, that might mean investing regularly, even with small amounts. For others, it could mean building a side business, developing a valuable skill, or creating something that generates income beyond working hours. The goal is not perfection. The goal is movement. Small actions repeated for years often matter more than dramatic changes made once. And perhaps the most important thing is this: do not judge yourself using outdated rules. Many people blame themselves because their lives do not match the promises they heard growing up. But the economic world has changed. If buying a home takes longer, if career paths are less predictable, or if financial progress feels slower than expected, that does not automatically mean you failed. It may simply mean you are navigating a very different environment than previous generations did. The disappearance of the middle class is not just a story about numbers and statistics. It is a story about expectations, opportunities, and how society is changing. And while you cannot control every economic force around you, you can control how you respond. Stay curious. Keep learning. Build skills that remain valuable. Look for ways to create ownership, not just income. The future may not look exactly like the one people imagined decades ago. But that does not mean it cannot be a good future. Sometimes the first step forward is understanding the game you are actually playing. And once you see the rules clearly, you can start making choices that work for the world as it is today.